little fuzzy. That's better. Dirty camera, I guess. I do realize that I'm late. And you know what? It's Monday, so what do you want from me? I don't know what you want. Let me get. Are we gonna tone today? I think we are. Let me grab a. Do I have one in here? Swab. I need to get more of these actually. Hello, Thunder. So, I will confess that I am currently in a trade right now. So hopefully it doesn't go down before I make it into the other room. But the stock I am watching this morning is UGRO. So if you do trade and you're watching it, let me know what it's doing. Hopefully I don't lose a bunch of money. And we'll just do this very quickly. How's everybody doing this morning? It is a beautiful day in Southern Florida. A little chilly this morning, but it's supposed to get up to 82. So it should be nice. And then, actually, I'm going to get a little rubbing alcohol for this. So I keep forgetting to put my nose ring in. It fell out the other day. Hopefully it goes back in, because sometimes it closes up pretty quick. And I have very sensitive skin, so I have to put... Thunder, I'm going to ban you from the channel if you say stuff like that. It's super rude. Just because it didn't work out for you doesn't mean it's not going to work out for somebody else, okay? Just because you suck doesn't mean everybody else sucks. I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad experience, but don't project your issues onto me, please. Anyways, I have to put rubbing alcohol on everything that I put onto my body, like earrings and stuff like that, because my skin is just incredibly sensitive. So let's just pop this fucker in there. Just like that. Okay, now, where was I? Ow! Closing my thumb in the door. Ow, don't recommend it. Let's put a little lotion on and gel. So yes, we had a very serious talk on this channel yesterday. I promise I won't do that again to you. But like I said, I think it was necessary. It is what it is. There was more chaos this morning. I haven't looked to see what happened, but things are going a little crazy in the stock market. I saw some oil stocks dropping quite a bit, TPET and that. So once we're in front of the computer, we'll take a closer look. Good morning, Ahmed and Olivier. Olivier, I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. He says, hello, I enjoy being financially exploited by PayPal. I enjoy being regularly fleeced and having to answer people. Well, I don't know why you're telling me your whole life story, because you haven't even sent my tribute yet, and I really don't care what you like. Why would I care if you haven't done anything for me? I don't. I didn't click anything, friend. That was my moderator who didn't like your comment as much as I didn't like it. But I guess you're leaving anyway, so good day. Hello, LQ. I think it's an L. I can never tell if it's an L or an I, unless my face is right up against the screen. So hopefully... Olivier, I do not have PayPal, because PayPal has personal information on it, and I'm not going to give you my real name and email and whatever else is on there. I have plenty of other payment platforms, and you can you know what? You can leave a super chat right here. Yeah, you can. So you have lots of options. Figure it out, or don't. I don't care. Don't care. That's what I think of that. But yeah, and you know, not a good look to come at me with everything that you like and that you want without having done anything for me. I don't know why I'm supposed to care about your whole life story. Men are so presumptuous sometimes. Quite annoying. Ahmed feels like he is under my shoes. And maybe one day you will be. That would be lucky for you. Okay, GMEX just popped up on my screen. I know nothing about it. But I'm just telling you, it's squeezing up 10% right now. So that could be something. Once we're in front of the computer, we'll be able to have a lot more fun. And I wonder if that's the same person that's been coming in my chat telling me not to trade. I love when people tell me not to trade just because it hasn't worked out for them. You know, I could also tell you, oh, you shouldn't pole dance because I wasn't able to pole dance, even though I was able to pole dance and do stuff. So just because something doesn't work out for you doesn't mean you should discourage people from doing things that they like, that they enjoy. It's rather rude, in my opinion. It's just not a cool thing to do. Ahmed is praying for the opportunity to be below my heels. JD is asking me to prove something. Prove what? I don't feel the need to prove anything to you. But I'm curious to know what it is that you expect me to prove. What a weird thing to say. That I can pole dance? Well, you can just go look at some of my social media that I can't say on here and go look for yourself. I've got about 16 years of videos and photos. Again, I don't feel the need to prove anything to you or to any man. No thanks. Yuri says, I didn't know goddesses wore makeup. Is that common among goddesses? What a moronic thing to say. Yes, no, every woman you're seeing on the internet is just completely naturally beautiful and, you know, moron. Any relevant comments or questions today? Because y'all are kind of irritating me so far. I don't have patience for this crap, to be honest. Ahmed says there's no real men here anyways. Well, maybe that's the problem. Adu wants proof that I'm not a horse. I don't even know what that means. You sound really immature. Usually people call someone a horse if they have like a big nose or something. People make fun of me for having a small nose. Just can't win in life, I guess. Just can't win with nasty people trolling from mommy's basement who probably have the tiniest little pencils in the world and have never been with a woman. They probably actually follow Nick Fuentes because he's never been with a woman. It's like apparently not cool. Not cool to be gay, but it's not cool to be with a woman either. So I guess you're like closet gay? It doesn't make any sense to me, really. Not really. Doesn't make much sense to me. Okay. I'm trying to hurry up here and you guys are distracting me with your crap. Ahmed says, yes, it's like describing me. Ahmed's the only one who, you know, even though he's a beta man, admits that he's not a real man. The rest of you just won't admit it, I guess. Okay, now let's blend this crap in. Good morning down the site. Good morning to you. I was a little late today because I slept in. You know I'm not a morning person. And you know my dog is so cuddly in the mornings. It makes it very hard to get out of bed. So I'm just going to blame it on him. He was being very cuddly this morning. He bites me at night but then he wants to cuddle in the morning. Go figure. That's a Chihuahua for you. They're quite erotic. No, that's not erratic. That was not the word I was looking for. It's early. Ahmad says, yes, it is confirmed that he is not a real man. Now we know. His words, but also mine. Okay, so now we'll just put a little bit of this on. TH is amused by my banter. I'm glad to hear that, because otherwise I'm just here laughing at my own jokes. 8:48. Hopefully, is anybody a trader here watching stocks? Can you go look up Ugro? Because I want to know how much money I'm losing right now, since I was stupid and opened a position before I'm sitting here doing this. It was not the smartest thing to do, to be honest, but it just was so tempting. 7:48. Is that the time or the price of Ugro? Because if that's the price of Ugro, I'm going to get out right now. I don't think that is the price of Ugro. UGRO. Somebody go look it up. If you can look up tickers. What was I doing? Oh yeah, this thing is really annoying. Where is it? But at least things are moving today. It's not complete. The stock market's not completely dead. So there's that. That's the positive outlook, I guess. But we're going to take more of a look when we get in the other room. Okay. And now Blaze says, who am I dominating today? Everybody, duh. LQ says, ma'am, my wife wants only her pleasure, no care for my pleasure. So that's how it should be. What's your point? That was an incredibly mature response, Jello. Hello to Big J. Good morning. And I'm going to warn you. Avila, good morning from Cali. Where in Cali are you? I do have to warn you that my hair, I think, is going to be very crazy today. I just have a feeling. Don't be surprised. It has a mind of its own anyways, and there's a lot of it, but it's really, I think, out of control today. Ah! Okay, that went a little crazy. Let's see if we can just... There. That's better. Let me close this up so it doesn't get all dried out. HAR says, ever imagined yourself with another woman? I'm not interested. Thanks for asking. Not my thing. But I will be co-streaming with a friend of mine on Thursday night, which should be fun. I'm excited about that. It's not a lesbian thing. Sorry to disappoint you. That is not my thing. To each his own. No judgment. But it's not for me. I love it. Shut up. I don't even know what that means. Are you trying to tell me that I'm a lesbian? Do I have a say in this? GMEX is popping up on my scanner again. This smells like... Let's see what the flavor is. It says Love Struck. It smells like cupcakes or something. Ah! All right, let's see what's going on with this hair. Actually, we're just going to take it in the other room and deal with it. But I'm going to put my shoes on real quick. And I think I already have my tea. Ugh. and my water ready. Oops, turn that on. I think I'm getting a haircut next week. Thank God. I always wait until my hair is a disaster before I schedule it. So that's my bad. But I am really looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. I need it. I just hope she doesn't cut off too much this time. She's pretty good, but I just like it to be as long as possible. I do like my hair very long. Let's see the shoes. Okay, there's my shoe. Are you happy? All right, let's travel. Let's bring that lip gloss that smells yummy. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Mao, say good morning to Mao. He's busy licking his paws. That's his thing. Okay. Let's see. I have my water. I have my tea. I am going to try to walk this morning, but if you joined me yesterday, you know that when I did my workout the other day, oh, I forgot my brush. Okay, let's go back to the other room. I have a brush in here. It's just not the brush that I like. That's okay. It'll do. Watch. Let me put the treadmill in position. And let me check Ugro before I lose all my money. Oh, okay, that's loading. And let's turn on some ambiance. Boop. I've got my stress friend, if you guys start stressing me out. Got my little friend. And let me pull up Ugro. And Gmex. I want to see what that one's doing too. What's Ugro doing? Urban Grow. Ooh, that's not good. It has pulled back in a big way. Let's see what the 15-minute chart holds. It's not looking great right now. It's not looking great. It was looking good this morning. I thought it might gap fill to 650, but it's at 350, pulled back from 433. I thought I was going to break that high, but this is a bear market, so are we really surprised? No. Let's check out Gmex. G-M-E with an X? Yes. Robotics, a robotics company. That one is looking pretty good. I need to check out my other info. It just had a 17% 5-minute candle. Let me pull up my level 2 data. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna brush my hair and hop on the treadmill. But like I said, I did a workout on Friday. And what was I gonna say? There's one move that I've done before that kind of irritates my, I'm not sure if it's the upper hamstring, like where it inserts, or the glute. Could be both. But it feels okay most of the time, and all of a sudden I'll get a sharp pain. So I didn't go to the gym yesterday, which makes me feel rather guilty because I do go to the gym usually every Saturday and Sunday. And usually I do butt on Sundays. I do a lot of like hip thrusts and other glute exercises. And I just felt like that was probably not a good idea if this is irritated, because I'd rather nip something in the butt so it doesn't become a worse problem. So that's what we're doing. But I'm gonna try to walk today. We'll see what happens. Ugro not looking good. GMEX piddling around, trying to figure itself out. We're just gonna brush out all this hair first. It's very fluffy, I'll say that. Feels very fluffy. Okay, let me pull up level 2 for UGRO. The computer's still loading. Oh, and I get my new phone today, which is exciting. It is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. MAI likes the word piddling. I'm glad you enjoy that. James thinks I'm going to jump around like a little monkey for him, and he is sorely mistaken. You were on the wrong channel for that. Wrong channel for that. Okay. Wait, it's still tangled. Okay, is this done loading yet? Can I type in my stock, please? UGRO. And I also, ooh, GMEX is moving. Went up another 5 cents, which at $1.40 is quite nice. UGRO. And yeah, it doesn't look good. There's a lot of sellers. I don't like that. Let me also pull up GMEX robotics. What bear? What is Findom? Well, you can go watch the video. Several videos I've done about it, or you can just go Google it instead of wasting my time on my financial domination channel asking what it is. Okay. Ugro's coming back up a little bit, thank God. But it still has a lot of sellers here, 7,000, 5,000, a few 1,000 share sellers. So we'll see if it maintains this upward momentum. I also wanted to watch TMDE because that one seems like it's been popping up. That's an energy stock. I think overall the energy stocks have been down this morning. I know TPET was down. TMD looks like it has no volume. So maybe I won't watch it. Let me just, what was that beeping? 3. Okay, so let us proceed with the walking. And then I'm gonna look up some info about Ugro, which I think is an indoor grow company. But we're gonna find out exactly what's going on here. Did somebody just email me and ask me, is this really you? No, it's my evil twin. There's your answer. Stupid question. Okay, treadmill on. We'll see how the hip does today because it was not feeling good yesterday. So we're just gonna take it easy. Wait a minute. Treadmill. I don't know why it's making that squeaky noise. Probably because I use it too much. Sometimes I work this thing until it overheats and then it cuts me off. Which, I mean, it's not like I'm going for 10 miles. It's just maybe 4 miles, but it was only $100, so can't complain. Can't complain. If I have to buy a new one, it is what it is. GMEX is pulling back a little bit. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful or you will be removed from the chat by my moderators. Because nobody wants to hear your rude opinion if you're going to be rude. AZ is asking if he can use my car while I do all this. What a weird thing to say. I have no words. I have no words for you. Very strange. All right, let's check out Ugro, shall we? Let's see if the tea is ready for sipping. I don't know if I can pull it over here without spilling it. Let's see. It's perfect. It's perfect. Oops, why did didn't that tie? There it is. Okay, we are pulling up Ugro. Urban Grow is the name of the company. And it had a high of 433 pre-market. Next level I looked at on the 4-hour chart is like 650. And I think it has a all-time high of about $12 if I remember correctly. Ooh, this is a very tiny float. 0.67 million. Short float is rather high. I mean, it could be worse. 5.65% short float. Sometimes there's naked shares on top of that. So relative volume is only 0.81. I would like it a little higher. Can't have everything we want, I guess. And they had some news. This says an analyst named Maxim Group put their rating as a buy and that the price target is $20, or it says price target change, $20. I don't quite know what that means. I know they had some news this morning, but it's not showing up here. I think they had a merger or something. But this is an American company based out of Lafayette, Colorado. And it's an agricultural technology systems integrator, which engages in manufacturing, distributing, and selling lighting, pest management, fertigation, and water, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, and products to the medical and recreational cannabis industry. So it looks like they support medical and recreational cannabis industry companies. Interesting. But it was popping up earlier. It's pulling back now. We'll see what happens. Like I said, next level is at 630. I want to see what that all-time high was. And then we're also going to try to re-upload my video because I thought it was good, and then YouTube told me no. So there's hair everywhere. Welcome to my life. Just a reminder to keep your comments respectful. I really don't want your unsolicited opinion on how to lose weight. I'm perfectly happy with the way that I am. And I'm just walking because I walk every morning. This is not a workout for me. Just calm down. I really hate it when people give unsolicited advice, meaning you're giving your opinion on something that I did not ask you about. Okay, somebody's subscribing to my platforms. Fine. And if you do say rude things, you're going to be hidden, and then I'm not going to read your comment. So, good morning, UH. Joan says, which dividend stocks do you like? I don't trade dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are for more investing. I'm not an investor, I'm a day trader. There's a difference. Alright, let me just ban a few rude people here. I'll never understand why people just love to browse on the internet and be rude. What's the point? Just like, why can't we just have like a nice conversation here and interact and have fun? That's what we're here for. And if you're clogging my chat with your rudeness, then you're just going to be banned. So we're here to talk and have fun. And you can either join us or leave. It's as simple as that. Yes, Wolf says they're nothing but keyboard warriors. Agree. You know, and the fact is, I say this all the time, hurt people, meaning these are probably people who somebody hurt them, so they feel the need to go around and try to piss other people off, and I'm not here for it. Not tolerated. So, I'm just not that happy with Ugro this morning. I thought it was going to do a little bit better than this. There's still hope, I guess. We've got quite a few 15-minute pullback candles here. So I don't know. It was a 5% short float. I'm thinking this was not a good idea, but we're just gonna wait and see. John says, how much to spin your wheel? First of all, I want to say that I appreciate the fact that you're not expecting to spin the wheel for free, because obviously that kind of defeats the purpose. So thank you for that. It is $5. Mr. Chief says, I look like the chick from Sons of Anarchy. Yes, I know. People tell me that all the time. I do get that a lot. Although, I will say, like, I don't know, I think her eyebrows make her look kind of angry. I'm glad I don't quite have those eyebrows. It's a little much. Although she's pretty. I'll take it. Somebody's wondering what I like to drink. I guess you saw my little tea tag. This one is still the honey lavender tea, which I don't know if I would get again. I mean, it's good, but I do usually like my ginger teas. Ginger is kind of my go-to. It's just really good for digestion and in general. This is more calming. I don't know why I buy calming teas. I don't really drink tea at night. I drink it in the morning. What's my biggest put gain? I'm sorry, did I say that I trade puts and calls? I didn't, because I don't. I don't know why you would assume that. Violet is just checking in for a minute. Hello to you, sir. Eden, I didn't claim to be teaching anything. We are just chatting with my subscribers and day trading, which I do every morning. And if you don't want to be here for it, then I don't know why you are. Any crypto investments? Once again, I do not invest. I'm a day trader. I trade stocks. I do have some very small amounts of crypto, but nothing really worth chatting about. People again asking, what is Findom? Have you ever heard of Google? Just wondering. How long have I been trading for? And do you think it's easy to get into? It is absolutely not easy to get into. I think it takes a lot of time to learn strategy and how stocks move. People will tell you all the time that something like 90% of traders do lose money. It's not easy at all. I would say, personally, the hardest part is having the emotional discipline to stick to the rules that you set for yourself. Okay, GMEX popping up a little bit. Good morning, Wednesday. I'm well, how are you? What was I gonna say? How long have I been trading? I have been learning for about 4 years or so. So we just had a high volume green candle on Ugra, which I do like. Maybe this next 15-minute candle will close above VWAP, and that would make me very happy. Or even we could have a 1-minute candle close above VWAP. That would be nice too. But I do like these high volume candles that we're seeing right now. Maybe there's hope. And then GMEX is curling up a little bit. Let's take a look at that. I did not look up the information on GMEX. I'm not trading that this morning, but if you're interested in trading it, I will just give you some information about it, because I do think it has potential. Not AMX, GMEX. Now it says AGMX. GMEX. I have no information as far as, well, let's go over that. Thomas just became a starter slave member of the channel. Thank you for that. Constantine is one of my moderators, and he's doing a fabulous job. Gamerboy loves me. Thank you for that. Okay, so I have no information on GMEX as far as what the float is or the short float, but relative volume is 0.47, and it had some news at 8:45 a.m. that it received a 4.2 million commercial order from a leading Australian food and beverage group. So that sounds like very good news for that company. But like I said, I don't have any information about the float or the short float, which I always use to make decisions about a stock. It is going down now. It looks to me like it might be being shorted right now, is my guess, the way that it's dropping. But I'm not too sure. Ugro is coming back up, which I like. We're at 371 right now. The high of pre-market was 433. Next level I saw was at $6.50. I don't think it'll go up that quite that high, but you do never know. And when it did go up that high, 660, just kidding, it did drop down very badly, even below where it had started the move. So that's something to keep in mind. But the volume is very high today. Even on that day where it went to 660, the volume was only 240,000 shares. And for example, this morning, go away ad, the first 4-hour candle was 3.42 million. And this current candle, which is not even half over, is 3.65 million. So this is a huge increase in volume. I'm going back on the chart all the way to, where is this? Over a year ago, and it's never had this big of a volume. So this is a huge increase in volume for this stock. So we'll see what that does, if it makes it go up more or not. We shall see. But after 660, I see a level at 771, 940-ish, and a big level at 1260. That's the $12 level I was, I hate it when I do that. Command 0. So we'll see what happens with it. We are in a bear market, meaning things don't go up like they usually do, so we have to be careful. Daniel comes in the chat asking how he can be of service. I like that. Well, if you would actually like to serve me, I do require a $50 tribute to any of my platforms. I also realized the other day, after we did the over $400 drain on Friday with Kyle, if you were here for that, that was quite fun. However, I didn't realize, and I know now, that our friend YouTube here takes quite a large percentage. And if you didn't know this, if you are tipping me or any other creator on YouTube on your phone, that takes an additional 30% out of whatever you're tipping, in addition to the regular YouTube cut. So out of the money I made on Friday, I will get less than half. So Eric just found my links, and you know, there's other options there. So, but that's just if you want to serve me. Obviously it's optional, and I don't really chase subs down. If you want to serve me, you can make an effort. Malcolm is so confused, he doesn't know what serving means. Please go watch some of my videos about financial domination if you're confused. Will says, how would you feel if I sent you $1,500? Well, I would probably ask for more, to be honest. I don't know if that's supposed to shock me, but I have had done drains of over $1,000. My latest big drain was $2,700. So Chris is very confused and thinks that he's sending a super chat for yoga. I guess he's on the wrong channel. Malcolm's not confused, he just got here. Okay, well then I encourage you guys to go check out my channel, at least the description on my profile, if you're not aware of what my channel is about. Otherwise, maybe just sit back and listen. Timber is asking, what do you mean by drain? Is that a trading term? No, so the title of this chat is Findom, which stands for financial domination, and day trading. Not really related, just both things that I enjoy. I day trade every morning, so I decided to just start going live to interact with my subscribers a little bit more. But I am a financial dominatrix. Since we have so many new people in the chat, I guess I will just say a couple things about it. Financial domination is a kink that some people have for sending money to dominant women. If you don't have this kink, you don't need to talk poorly about it. There's many people that do, and just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that somebody else can't enjoy it. So there are many men who enjoy participating in this. If you go back and watch my live stream from Friday, we had one such gentleman in the chat, and we did what is called a financial drain, where I was requesting various amounts of money. Actually, one time I left it up to the chat, which was lots of fun. That was quite entertaining. And he had to pay $100 that time. But he spun the wheel a lot of times. The wheel really got some mileage on Friday. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. And people were criticizing him in the chat, of course, because they don't understand the kink. And like I said, if it's not your kink, who are you to judge somebody else if they're enjoying themselves? Maybe you're jealous. I don't know. But we have DW from Indonesia. Welcome. Ashton says his safe word is walnut. He's on the right track there. And Gamerboy says he enjoys Findom. I also have a very adorable new slave who, I don't know what day he started approaching me. Maybe it was Saturday. And he's quite young. He's only 21. I have a couple very young slaves, Scorpy and this gentleman are very young. And I try to be very careful with my young slaves because I know, they're just starting out, and I want them to be careful. So I do not do big drains with the young ones. I prefer them to be very careful and stay within their means. All right, let me turn the ceiling fan on. It is getting a little warm. It gets warm very quickly under all this hair. I do have a lot. Okay, Ugro is kind of pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. It's moving like a turtle here. It might be done. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't quite know. I haven't made up my mind yet. If it's done, or is it just pulling back? I think, oh wow, okay. I didn't realize it was 9:22 already. Time flies when we're having fun and chatting. So if you've traded with me before, you know that I don't trade from 9:20 a.m. until market opens because a lot of things could happen. So we'll see. Just a reminder, if you're spamming the chat over and over again, you will be banned from the channel by my moderators. We don't like that. And the people in the chat don't like it either. You don't need to announce yourself 50 times. Kane says, I have $2 million cash, come take it. If you want to do a cash meet, and I will take your $2 million, I would gladly do that. We can meet in an ATM, and I can step on you. How does that sound? And you can lay it at my feet. Somebody's asking, what is financial domination? Are people seriously into that? And yes, they are seriously into that. Arturo says, what do you mean by spam? There's people who repeat the same comment over and over in the chat, and it's very annoying. That's what I mean by spam. When I say somebody's spamming the chat, it just means they're repeating the same comment over and over, which is rude. Not only to me, but to the other people in the chat, because they want to chat and have fun. We don't want to hear the same crap over and over. Good morning, Trey. AB is saying, what do they get out of it? For some people, sending money to a dominant woman is exciting. A word that I can't really use on here. It's part of BDSM. It is a kink that some people have. They get excited, if you know what I'm saying. That is what they get out of it. And again, you may not understand it. It might make no sense to you. But you know what? There's people that have kinks for, or I should say fetishes, for armpits. There's people that have kinks for getting a wedgie. You are not going to understand it if you don't have that kink. And that is okay. It's okay. It's really okay for people to have things that they enjoy. Trey says, you look very beautiful. Thank you for that. All right, still watching Ugro. We've got 5 minutes until the stock market opens. I'm also watching GMEX. We're gonna see what happens. They've kind of slowed down quite a bit, but that's no surprise because this is a weird time right before the market opens. So let's see. Constantine, you are a wonderful moderator. I'm just gonna say that, and I appreciate you. He's doing a wonderful job. Dawn says, me and my stepmom are trading crypto in our bathrobes. I love that. Thank you for that comment. That made me chuckle. Aw. Daniel says, I really like gentle femdom. I want to be a good boy. You don't hear that too often. Most of the subs I've seen want like the most evil, mean dominatrix they can find, which I think is very dangerous personally, because you can get yourself into trouble if you don't do your research on someone and you get under somebody's control that takes advantage of you. But you know, to each his own, I guess. Some people have to learn the hard way. Oh my God, Logan. Fine. Since I've had so many people asking this, you guys are too lazy to just go Google it or watch the million of videos that I've posted about it. Logan's asking me to explain Findom. Okay, financial domination, like I just said, is a kink within BDSM that some people have for sending money to dominant women. It is part of female domination, in which some people enjoy, male or female, but usually male, enjoy being dominated and controlled by a woman. So, and again, if you don't have the kinks, it won't make sense to you. It is what it is. But, and I mentioned this last week, but It's very confusing because you will see, actually let me fire this up really quick before I forget. You will see financial domination described in very different ways on different platforms, and it can be very confusing. There's lots of ways it's done and lots of different types of dynamics that you can have with it, but the way people describe it can be very different from one platform to another, so it does get kind of confusing. But I would just describe it as a general BDSM dynamic where a dominant woman is, to some extent, varying degrees, controlling someone's finances. Not necessarily the whole count, anything like that. That can be one form. Usually, it's more of a short-term dynamic. Like I mentioned, we did a drain here on the channel on Friday. A financial submissive came into my chat and, oh, I have to refresh. Came into the chat and he was spinning my wheel and sending various amounts. At times I was commanding certain amounts. At times even the chat was telling him how much to send. So that's what a drain looks like. That was a drain. So that's one form. Okay, back on the treadmill. We have 1 minute, 45 seconds. We'll see what happens when the stock market opens with Ugro. I'm watching you. But Kane keeps talking about this $2 million in cash he has. I'll believe it when I see it. 20 seconds. Kane wants a drain. Well, he's saying it's cash. If it's in your bank account, you can start sending it to me. But he said cash. So, and I also think he's pulling my leg. I'll believe it when I see it. No Way Brick just sent a $4.99 super chat. He says, UT, and I want to sip no kizzy. I'm thinking you a Pokemon, and I want to take a Pikachu. That was hilarious. Thank you for that. That made me chuckle. And just a reminder, like he did, super chats are always an option, and it will give your comment priority to make sure I see it because it pops up in a big colored block. Kane could always spin the wheel, or somebody else. I feel like there's a few people itching in the chat to get drained. I can just smell it. But that might be the tea that I'm smelling. Okay, Ugro, what are we doing here? GMEX is not really doing anything. Okay, here goes Ugro. It's popping up now. Can we please break the pre-market high? That would be nice. Thank you. I just want to break 433. Actually, that's not all I want. I want it to go to $12. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think it will. But a girl can hope. 374. Let's see what happens. Huh. Death Machine says, I haven't done this in over a year. Be my relapse? That almost makes me feel like you're asking me to be your Valentine or something, the way you worded that. It's very cute. And maybe you should just start with a little wheel spin. It's just one little wheel spin. What could one little wheel spin do? There's just a few little tributes on there. It's $5 for a wheel spin. You just think about it. Jose wants to spin the wheel. Prove it. And send $5 if you'd like to. I love people that come in my chat or in my comments and like try to act like I'm some lowlife who is uneducated and just does Findom. which there would be nothing wrong if that even was the case, but I actually do have a career I've had for 20 years, and I've talked about this many times. So maybe you're the lowlife sitting at home in your mom's basement with nothing better to do than to criticize women online, which is truly pathetic. Oh no, Ugro just got dumped hard. I think it's getting shorted. I don't like that. Let's see if it comes back up. I don't like that at all. Wes just wants to know the workout goal. Well, first of all, thank you for not giving me unsolicited advice that I don't give a shit about. I don't have a workout goal. For me, walking is not a workout. It's just I try to get an extra 10,000 steps in every day in addition to whatever workout I'm doing. I don't consider this a workout. I don't know why that's so confusing for people. My workout today, I'll probably go for a swim. And I'm actually really glad that my hip, my butt, is actually not hurting at all, which I thought it would be if I did a bunch of walking. I don't consider walking a workout. Maybe you do. This is not really working out to me. I am just trying to get an extra 10,000 steps in a day, in addition to my workouts. A workout to me would be going for a swim for 45 minutes. So there's a lot of talk of spinning the wheel, but I don't see anybody actually doing it. What are the options on the wheel? Okay. I will read the options on the wheel. So there's various tribute amounts, because obviously I'm a financial dominatrix and we do financial drains here. So the different amounts that you see are optional tribute amounts. There is a confession. There's an option for me to throw a dart at the dartboard. There's SPH and CBT, which if you're not into financial donation, you probably have no clue what that is. So you can go look it up. There's a task where I assign you a task. There's chat choice. The chat gets to pick your fate. And then there's also a dartboard, and those are various tribute amounts. And I did not think I was going to be good at the dartboard, but I will warn you that I'm actually very good at the dartboard, and if you choose that option, you could be in trouble, because I've hit the 100 a couple times now, and I'm not saying it's going to continue forever, but I have surprised myself with my aim at the dartboard. Hello to Aaron. Happy wants to be drained. Less talking, more sending. Got a lot of talkers in here today, don't we? I don't want to hear you running your mouth. I want to see some action. Less talking, more sending. You can send super chats, and I also have other links on my profile. Greg sent a $5 super chat. Was that just a super chat to chat, or was it for a wheel spin, Mr. Greg? Kane is over here talking like he's got a lot of money. And I'm thinking that you probably don't have any money because you haven't spent a dollar. And I've encountered many men like this in my life who like to talk like they have money, but they actually don't. John says my wheel is triggering his roulette addiction. Huh. Did Greg answer me? Oh, just a chat. There it is. Okay. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. He's rich, or he wishes he was rich. And I will say, thankfully, I'm getting a haircut next week. We're all going to be grateful for that. It's going to look really good. I'm excited. Profac wants to know, what does sending money get us? Well, this is a financial domination channel. If you are expecting something in return for sending money to a financial dominatrix, then you don't really understand it. That's not how it works. Some people just enjoy doing it. If you get pleasure out of doing it, that's what you get out of it. If you don't, then this probably is not for you. I don't know what to tell you. Although, I will say, you do get one thing in this live stream if you want to. And that is, like I said, a wheel spin for $5. Moderators, can you hop on some of these people? I like this comment. Smash says, men don't sexualize women, they do it themselves. And please tell me what's wrong with being someone who enjoys the way that they look and feeling sexy. What's wrong with that? Is that a problem for you? Kane says, I don't want anything in return. You're still talking though. That's the problem. Kane, I've already given you instructions. I don't like repeating myself. You can send a tribute, or you can stop talking. Ugro is still very indecisive. I'm watching it. It's got 1 minute left on the 5-minute candle, and I want to see if it holds VWAP. That's what I'm looking at right now. Brian says people are such assholes, and I would agree with you 100%. But you know what? I don't mind it because I love my YouTube community. I love my subscribers here on the channel. I really enjoy interacting with them, so I don't mind putting up with the crap and the rude people. It doesn't really do anything to me, honestly. I'm a very confident person. Obviously, I know I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But people's rude comments don't mean anything to me. Actually, sometimes I find it very entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. But no, I really enjoy my YouTube community and my subscribers. So, I do this for them. Thank you to my moderators for doing a fantastic job. I appreciate you guys. What kind of tea is this? This is honey lavender. It's okay, but like I said, I don't think I'll make it again. I'm gonna stick to my ginger. Okay, Ugro is coming back up. Let's see if it gets over 388 because it just got rejected at that level. So I'm curious. Sentai, Sentil, I don't know how to say your name, wants a spin. Let's do it. Let me pause the treadmill. Spin time. Here we go. I do love spinning this thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really fun. Let's see where it goes. Aha, another spin, plus spin. Here you go. You earned yourself another spin. And you landed on the $25 tribute. So you have the option to send a $25 tribute. Ugro's popping up. I think it's going to start going here in a good way. Greg sent another $5 super chat. Are you guys competing? I always think that's very cute when we start having super chat competitions. Adorable. Okay, Ugro's above 4 now. Are we gonna break the pre-market high? It just surged up a little bit to like 420, 22. What is that? So, Sentil, you landed on a $25 tribute. That's optional if you would like to send that or not. Optional. S Bing says 420. I don't know if you're talking about Ugro, because that is a stock that supports cannabis growers. And there is Centil's $25 tribute as he spun the wheel. So I guess Centil is the only one who actually wants to be drained today. The rest of you are just a bunch of talkers. Ugro is doing real nice right now. We're at 420. I'm probably going to take my position out shortly. Well, I want to see if it goes above 433 first. That's what I'm looking for. Let's break 433. Maybe I'll get out at 5. Ugh. It's a little shaky. I'm not going to lie to you. Centil has just thanked me for the privilege of sending, and you're welcome. I can't drain Kane because I think he's just full crap, honestly. He would have sent already if he wasn't full crap. He thinks he's rich. But I can tell you that men who actually have money don't need to talk. They just do. You know what? I'm going to try to upload this video again while we're here. I'm trying to upload a new doctor video, and I keep getting rejected. I know you guys are ready for another one. And I think I know why it was rejected. So I'm going to try to not do that again. Eric says it's leg day today. What are you doing for leg day? Oops. I was supposed to have leg day yesterday, but my butt was not feeling very good. So I decided to rest. I did do like a really light ankle and knee stability, flexibility thing. I wouldn't really call that a workout though. More stretching. Okay, we're pulling back to 4 something now. This is aggravating. There's a 20,000 share seller. Good grief. Can we just break the pre-market high, please? That's all I really want in life right now. Okay, let's see if this works this time. Centil says, pro fuck. I feel like I won. I don't know what that first word means, but I'm glad you feel like that. None of the above. And, good morning, Kyle. Are you the Kyle from Friday or a different Kyle? Are you back for more? Oh, I see. I didn't see the original comment that he was replying to, I guess. Oh, okay. Another person in the chat was asking him if he won or lost, and he was confused by... I don't think there is any losing on the wheel. I think you just always win, right? Kane says, he worships me, my goddess. That's nice. Less talking, more action. The thing is, like, if financial domination is not your thing, or if you're broke, then, you know, just enjoy the chat with us, but don't act like you're going to send. I find it extremely annoying and irritating when someone tries to tell me that they have money and then that they're going to send and then they never do. That's so annoying. Like, why even do that? It just makes you look really silly. So, just saying. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but that's my reaction. I would rather you just don't say anything. Look, if you're too retarded to understand the kink of financial domination, I don't know how else to explain it to you. And I just feel very sorry for you that you have nothing else to do but come on somebody's channel and try to start drama or insult people. It really just says a lot about you and how pathetic you are. Please, go find something else to do with your time. Go outside, take a walk. Ooh, Uber is dropping down in a big way right now. Big drop. It is all over the place. But, you know, I could think of a million better things for you to do with your time than to spend it online, trolling the internet for people to insult. You could go for a swim. You could, I don't know if you have a dog, take your dog for a walk. You could learn a new skill online to make more money for yourself. These are all things. You could go work out. You could go do some yoga. Sounds like a lot of you would benefit from some meditation or just something to heal your evil, nasty hearts. I feel very sorry for many of you who are leaving these comments. I truly do. The rest of you, my good subs and my submissives, I love the rest of you. Yes, Nigel says touch grass, please. Maybe instead of writing rude comments on the internet, you could try doing that. Go ground. Go outside and ground a little bit. You know, get in touch with the earth. Go to the beach. Whatever you need to do. I don't know why lesbian is like a topic of conversation today. I've already clarified that I am not a lesbian. I have zero interest in touching other women. That makes me want to throw up. To each his own. But no thank you. Eric is now just saying hi. Perfect. Thank you for that. Reload. Hello to you as well. Ooh. 950. Ugro is really just sticking around here. It dropped down, now it's popping back up. It is very indecisive. That's all I can tell you. Very indecisive stock. Hello to Martin, and Eva says, have a good day, you as well. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Kyle is coming at me with a $4.99 super chat. Oops. Heart. Oops. Heart. Wrong button. There. Kyle, is this for a wheel spin? Or are you just super chatting? What is the best luck stock you had? I don't really operate on luck. I mostly look at technical information, such as chart patterns and volume. Oh, Kyle. Do I remember her name? Huh. What a silly question. If I remember her name, you're gonna send $40. Do you hear me? And her name is Sarah. Oh, I remember Sarah. Did Sarah find you out yet? Does she know what you did? DRMA FMFC just popped up on my scanner, but I am laser focused on Ugro. You can check them out if you like to trade. Constantine is giving a little chuckle. Hello to Jeff. Kyle says, WTF, how did you know? How did I know? Because you told me, dummy. That's why. Now, why have you not done as I told you to do? $40 right now. You know I don't like repeating myself. There. I didn't say $19.99. I said 40. Actually, I can't say that. I recommend that you send another 20 because I did not tell you 20, I told you 40. I suggested 40. What is that thing in your hand? Wouldn't you like to find out? The tea. So good. Traer just fell in love. Thank you for that. Has anybody done that in real life? I'm just curious. Hold on. Kyle wants to be exposed. What? We already talked about you. You've already been exposed. Kyle, in case you didn't know, is the loser who came in my chat on Friday. And he does not want Sarah to find out what he's doing. But we're probably going to have to tell her. Because I don't think she would be very happy. So, Kyle is the loser who sent over $400 on Friday. And he's back because he just can't help himself. He comes crawling back in my channel. And today, it's going to be more than 400. That's what I think. Or we shall maybe have to give Sarah a little call. We might have to call up Sarah and tell her what he's been doing. That seems reasonable. Sack? I don't think that's your name, but that's what I'm calling you. Stop spamming the chat. Just a reminder, if you want me to see your comment, you can accompany it with a super chat and it will get priority, and I will see it because it pops up with a big colored screen. I am checking the chat, but I don't see. See? Profoc. Spam call. Profoc is also joining in and saying that we do need to tell Sarah. She needs to know what's going on here. So, Kyle, why have you not done a wheel spin yet today? Is what I would like to know. Glock says, you gonna lose cash. Well, maybe that's what he wants. Did you ever think of that? Somebody time out Ardian for being annoying. That guy wants me to spin the wheel, but he hasn't sent a super chat. So, Zach says, do I train men? Yes. Obviously, a lot of men need training. Clearly, you can just tell from the chat here how much training they need. Kyle, are you going to spin the wheel or what? Ooh. Oh, she will hear in the other room, so I should talk louder? You better spin the wheel, or I'm going to start shouting for Sarah to come look at what you're doing. Sarah! Profox says, Kyle, you need to come clean to Sarah. Samir is very confused. Who is Sarah? Okay, well, we already exposed Kyle a little bit, but we're just going to have to keep talking about this. Kyle is the loser who was in my chat last week. Oh, Kyle, Sarah's in the chat. Is that your Sarah or a different Sarah? Did she hear me? Kane, if I get one more comment from you without a tribute, I'm going to be timing you out because you're just annoying me at this point. You're full of shit. It can't be. Is that your Sarah or not? Are you in shock? Or you're just seriously confirming that that's not your Sarah? Sarah, can you confirm whether you are with Kyle in the chat? Are you the one that he's hiding from, or are you a different Sarah? Kyle, what would you do if Sarah showed up in the chat right now? Would you freak out? Centil, I like how you think. He says, imagine if Sarah starts sending to you too. I did, ouch. I just hit my hand on the table. I did at one point have a guy who reached out to me, and he had a submissive wife, and he wanted me to control both of them. And I was all about it, but he was too gross for me, honestly. Like, he kept just like telling me really, really detailed fantasies that he had that I didn't ask for. So I cut him off. He was a big spender too, but we all know that I don't really give a shit about the money. That's not what it's about. So yeah, that didn't work out. Dex says it's time to pay the loser tax. You know what? I should have put that on the wheel. That's a good idea. I forget how much my loser tax is. It's on one of my platforms, but I think it's like $200. $200 or $300. Kyle is wondering what a timeout is. A timeout is where if somebody annoys me in the chat, then I put them, or the moderators put them in a timeout for a certain length of time. Just like putting a child in a corner. That's kind of how I look at it. Because a lot of men are like children. And some women too, unfortunately. Most of the women I've had on my channel, especially lately, have been lovely. But there was one last week that was a bitch. So I just don't understand, like I've said many times, why people come around. Okay, that's it. Kane, you're gone, because you're being just really annoying with your bullshit. That's what it is. Kyle didn't know it was a thing. Well, you're lucky because I've never had to time you out because you're fun. A lot of these losers are not. Bye Roller says, sweetheart, greetings from Canada. Do you need anything? You're so fit, but I assume you're doing it for exercise. Do I need anything? No, I don't need anything. Thanks for asking. Oops. Let's see. Oh, Mindful says, I just subscribed. I'm new. Welcome. Oh, can I finish the Kyle story? Sorry. Did I get distracted? Me? Never. I can stay on task. Always. The Kyle story is that Kyle came into my chat on Friday, just like we are now, and he is a financial submissive who wanted to be drained. Apparently he has a girlfriend named Sarah who he likes to be teased with, and he ended up spending somewhere above $400 on Friday, and now he's back for more. That's the story. And there is a Sarah in the chat. We have not confirmed whether it is his Sarah or an entirely different Sarah. That'd be really funny if it was his Sarah, though. Good morning, 111. Profok, you crack me up. He says Sarah deserves better. It's probably true. I think any woman deserves better than Kyle, though. Is my instinct. Oops. Stop it! Ugro just dropped down in a big way. It's actually quite annoying. I should have gotten out when I could. Or are we making a cup and handle formation here? I don't know. On the 5-minute chart. I just don't know. It doesn't look good. Okay, we have confirmed that the Sarah in the chat is not his Sarah. But, Kyle, I did tell you to spin the wheel and you're not listening. So do I need to start yelling for Sarah? Because you know she will hear me if she's in the other room. You have 1 minute and 15 seconds to spin the wheel, or I will start yelling for her. He did that with a quickness. You're lucky. You're learning that when I tell you to do something, you do it. Because if you don't, we all know there's consequences. Okay, let's spin the wheel and give the treadmill a break. And see if this video is going to upload without a problem this time. Here we go for the spin. Spin for the win. Where's it going? Uh-oh. It landed on the highest dollar amount on the wheel. $40 is your recommended tribute. Pay up. We're doing the dartboard next, and then you're gonna be in big trouble. Oh, Santos says Kyle is disrespecting you with his $5 tips. Punish him. First of all, sir, while I appreciate your comment, you do not tell me what to do or how to manage my slaves. And second of all, I instructed him to send $5 to spin the wheel. I suggested to him to do that. So he was following my suggestion. He didn't do anything wrong. Kyle says, spin and put it on something besides money just to, what did you say? Be spiteful. I don't really understand why that would be spiteful, but he did send the $50, which is $10 more than the tribute amount on the wheel. So are you trying to get a dart throw or a wheel spin for the extra 10 that you sent? Or are you just trying to prove your worth? How long have I been on this thing? 2 miles? Oh, for once in my life, they actually match up. $2, 2.07 miles is what they say. They've never matched up before. It burns? That's why? Okay. I like hearing that it affects you like this. Ah, I see. He says he wants me to be mean and put it on something besides money as a punishment. Okay, well, spin again and let's see what happens. Spin again and you'll see what happens. Where am I from? I am from many places, currently in Florida. Okay, Ugar's starting to have, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I'm just watching it and I'm not impressed. Profox says, sounds like Kyle is running dry. I don't think that's the problem. I think he's a sucker for punishment right now. And I don't know if we're going to give him what he wants, necessarily. It's going to be a surprise. He doesn't know what he's going to get. Scotty doesn't know, says, Kyle spent the last of his rent money. He just sent for another spin. Oh. Algerian says, my love, I am a handsome, dark-skinned banana seller with honey-colored eyes. Well, that is quite the sell there, and I'm sure you'll find a lady who's interested. Let's spin. Let's see where it goes here. It landed on 40, but I'm putting it on CBT. So not only am I instructing you, suggesting to you to send 40, but I'm also going to suggest to you that you give yourself a not so gentle punch to somewhere where it might hurt, if you know what I'm saying. Those are my instructions to you, Kyle. It's not only a $40 tribute, but also you've earned yourself 3 punches. I just dripped water on my leg. And I'm starting to have to pee. So this is a problem. Ugh! I just got an email that did not make me happy. Kyle says, be loud and get her attention. I know you're not trying to top from the bottom, are you? Because I just gave you instructions. Okay, he did 1. Kyle just sent a $50 super chat. And now you must complete the other task that I assigned you, or I will start yelling for Sarah. And Sports Productions says Kyle should send more. Oh, don't worry, he will. We're just getting started. I was going to get off at 10, but we're having too much fun right now. He won't? Yes, he will. You will do it right now. Right now. Do not make me repeat myself. You have 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute. I start yelling. Scurvy comes in my room thinking I'm going to do what he tells me to. Obviously doesn't know who he's talking to. Oh. You have 40 seconds, Mr. Kyle. Oh. Lome says, your love is like the morning sun. It lights up my world even before I open my eyes. How sweet. Thank you for that. That's so sweet. What a lovely little poem. "13 seconds, Kyle." Forget what? I haven't forgotten anything. You've got 6 seconds. I'm waiting. Ooh. Hassan comes in my chat with no idea what's going on or what financial domination is. Go get your own subs. Ooh. What is in the glass? It is honey lavender tea. And Kyle just ran out of time. Sarah! Oh, Sarah. Kyle, I want to see 3 punches or I'm going to keep yelling for her. Actually, I don't want to yell too loud. My neighbors might hear me. So hopefully Sarah heard me. If not, maybe we'll have to get an email. Does Sarah have an email? Ooh. Kyle, I told you to do something. You do it. You do it now. Okay, looks like Ugro is about to go above VWAP again now. Where are we at? 2.3 miles. What a weird thing to say. Just saying says he probably has headphones on. Just a reminder not to spam the chat with the same question over and over. If you would like your comment to get priority, you can always accompany it with a super chat. Kyle says he does not have headphones. Kyle, have you completed the task that I requested you to do? Because I'm getting rather impatient with you. Good morning, Brad. Sports Productions, subscribed, liked, and shared. Thank you for that, sir. Kyle, you did not just say that. Kyle just says he did not complete the task that I assigned him and I can't make him? Huh. That's what you think. Little do you know that I was able to get Sarah's email. And if you don't do it, I'm going to email her right now. That's right. We're going to try this again. You're going to get 1 minute, and then I'm going to email Sarah and let her know what you've been doing. I suggest you get it together. Ooh. Hello to Eric. Aspen wants to be a moderator. I don't know who you are. I only make people moderators who have been participating in my channel for a significant amount of time, who I trust. It's done. What proof do you have? Did you take a photo or video so that I can see that you actually did it? And that you're not lying to me? You're not a liar, are you? Kale, did you just try to send a fake donation? That's very weird and not cool. Don't stop embarrassing yourself, please. What am I day trading? I am currently watching Ugro, UGRO. I don't think it's a great day for trading. The market is kind of not great right now. Haven't seen too many good stocks. That's why we're tormenting Kyle instead. How did you find her? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm not going to tell you. Wilkins says, I'm a dumb pig. Work starts in an hour. Well, you better get to sending then. You don't have that much time. Kyle, are we spinning again? Or are you pussing out? Kyle is shaking. Well, you should be shaking. You have 30 seconds before I email Sarah. I have it all typed out right here. It says, "Hi Sarah, I regret to inform you that Kyle, who you live with, has been sending me a significant amount of money and hiding it from you. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I think you should break up with him. Love, Goddess Fiore." I'm gonna send it. You have 57 seconds. 54. 53. 50. Clock's ticking. My finger is hovering over the send button. It would be a shame if she got this email. Could really ruin things for you. Kyle needs to go to work. Well, you better hurry up. You got 13 seconds. My finger is on the send button. Thank you. Shout out to my moderators for doing an excellent job. It is a never-ending, bottomless pit of trolls today. Okay, we have Ugro coming back up. Let's see if it holds VWAP. My goodness. Kyle is off to work. Have a wonderful day yourself. Thanks for playing. Until next time. Good morning to Manny. All right, on that note, it is a little after 10 o'clock. Usually we go until 10. We went a little over today because I'm still watching Ugro and I was playing with my man toy, Kyle, which was quite fun. And we will leave it there for today. I will be back live. Let's see, today's Monday. Tomorrow morning, 8:30, maybe earlier. It was a little hard to get up this morning. So I will be back then. Thank you to all the lovely people who joined the chat and the channel. The rest of you can suck it.